The very minute I was on the verge of falling asleep, it happens to me. Like, it was loud. It was real. All I know is that something was trying to interact with me. And I'm just glad it's over. Hello there. We have a story today, and it's a supernatural one. Or is it? One of our members wrote about an uneasy experience they had a few years ago. So make sure to stay until the end of the video and don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Just a reminder, all of our stories are anonymous and I'm just reenacting them. So it happened when I was 15 years old. I had a friend sleeping over, just a regular day in a teenager's life. I was lying in my bed and she was lying on a mattress on the floor right next to my bed to my left. And we are already in silence, ready to, sleep, eyes closed. And all of a sudden she asks me, "Can you please stop breathing so loud? Not only I can hear it, but I can also feel your breath like blowing in my ear." And I was confused. I was like, "What are you talking about? It's not me. That's not even possible. We're kind of far away from each other and we're not at the right angle for that." And she kept going, well, I keep hearing something. Someone, is breathing right on my face, and it's that there's just you here. So I got scared. I was like, "Are you trying to, are you messing with me? Because you're scaring me." And she realizes that I'm scared, and but she kept going, like, "Well, I'm not joking. Someone is blowing right in my face, in my ear." And I said, "Well, it couldn't have been me, and stop, because this is really freaking me out." So she noticed how scared I was, and now she's trying to calm me down because it's escalating. And so she just starts saying, "Oh, it was nothing. It was probably nothing. Just never mind. Forget about it. I was probably just having a nightmare." But I knew she was just trying to calm me down. But at this point, I'm freaking out. But I put my head on the pillow to, try to relax again. And I'm almost falling asleep, and there she goes again. Well, there you have it. I just felt it again. Someone is blowing in my face, and it has to be you. I said, "It's not me. I'm not even close to you." And now she starts laughing because I'm freaking out, and she's skeptical, and she somehow my reaction, my fear amuses her. And I'm very scared, and now I can't fall asleep. So I start looking around to see if I can actually see something, but at the same time, I hope I'm not able to see anything. So maybe an hour goes by, flipping side to side in bed, and then finally wakes me up. The very minute I was on the verge of falling asleep, it happens to me. Like, it was loud. It was real. Someone had freaking blown in my ear. I could feel the air, the presence. So now I'm in panic, and I jump out of bed. I wake her up. I shake her and I say, okay, it just happened to me. Whatever was happening to you, I get it. It's happening to me now. And I was telling you, it wasn't me. There's someone else in this room. And she just, blows me off, like, oh, just leave me alone. She was already sleeping, so she doesn't want to be bothered. And she just says, like, something like, oh, don't worry about it. It was probably a bad dream. You were stressed out about it, and you eventually had a nightmare with it. But I wasn't having a nightmare. I wasn't even asleep. Like, I was wide awake. But at this point, I can't just let go. I can't go back to sleep. I'm afraid. So, and I couldn't just grab my pillow and go sleep somewhere else, because I was afraid that the thing, whatever it was, would pursue me. At least in my bedroom, I wasn't alone. Like, she was there, and somehow she could protect me. Okay, so I finally fall asleep. I get through the night. The night after, now I'm sleeping alone. She's gone. And the same thing happens. Something was waiting for me to get on that exact same position at that exact same time to blow in my ear again. Now I'm panicking. Like, I'm wondering, when's this gonna end? Why me? What's next? Will I ever be able to, sleep again? So I have an idea. I decide to put a pair of headsets on to go to sleep. No music, just the headsets to cover my ears. And as uncomfortable as they were, as much as they would make my head hurt after a while, I just wouldn't take them off. So eventually I fall asleep. I make it through the night. The night after, I lie in bed, prepare to go to sleep. Someone blows in my ear again for the third night in a row. And I'm wearing the headsets. This time, the air didn't go in my ear because the headsets were protecting it, but I could still hear the attempt. I could still feel the breeze. I was petrified. So I put music on. It's still happening. I could still hear it. So I raised the volume until I couldn't hear it anymore. Now imagine trying to go to sleep with a pair of headsets on, with loud music on, and knowing that there's something in your room. And no one believed me. I told my parents, they didn't believe me. My friend, who had experienced it herself, she didn't believe me. She was skeptical. So that was how I spent every night for about a month, maybe 2. Headsets on, music on, loud music on. Sometimes I even had, my hands over the headsets to give it an extra layer of protection. It was bad. I know that the first 3 times, it absolutely happened. Like, no doubt about it. 3 nights in a row, it happened. I could feel it, I could hear it. But to be honest, I'm not sure if after the 3rd incident, it really kept happening, or if it was just in my head, just the trauma reminiscing the same sensations. Then one day, just like that, about after about a month or two, it just stopped. It just never happened again. The thing, whatever it was gone. But I gotta say that for a couple of years, I had a lot of anxiety before going to sleep. For years, I would sleep with the lights on, and only a couple of people knew about the story up to now, because it's hard not being believed in. But I know what happened to me. I know it was real. I don't know what it was, who it was, why it happened, why me, why it just went away like that without escalating. All I know is that something was trying to interact with me. And I'm just glad it's over. Thank you for watching, and I'd like to know your opinion about it. Do you think this was a paranormal experience? Do you think they were just dreaming and got confused about what really happened? What would you have done? Have you ever had a similar experience? Well, I'd like to hear it. So leave a comment and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.